Hey there, folks. I'm Gene of RPG, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IX. With me is my bestest friend, Lacy.
Hello.
And everybody else is frozen still, but Zidane came too somehow, and he heard a bell, a little bell, jingle jingle bell. I don't know. Anyway, this is when I finally realized, you know what? I should probably turn the battle speed up to fast.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure Zidane's in the back row before we move on, because he's by himself, folks. And
remind us again, what does being in the back row mean?
So to remind folks, what being in the back row means is you do less physical damage when you do a physical attack, obviously. But you take half as much damage when you're in the back row. And
hey, it's a giant BB.
It is. Huh, that's strange. And he has wings.
Yeah, maybe he's BB's new family.
New family?
But it doesn't seem like he's very happy to see me.
To be fair, he doesn't see Vivi. It's just Zidane. For all we know, it could just be that he sees a monkey. But yes, this is our boss battle for the Ice Cavern, the Black Waltz. Who summons the Ice Giant Sea Lion.
I remember this battle as being very, very difficult.
That is part of why you want to be in the back row, because you're being double teamed, and Zidane's by himself. This is also why I bought potions. Because I only had 9 coming in here. If you don't buy potions, this could probably get really, really dicey.
That's what happened to me.
Okay, so...
And I was in the front row.
Yeah.
I did it all wrong!
You were also probably higher level, though, than I am here, so... Al, you're still going to get hit hard, because you couldn't have been that much higher if you were.
That sea lion, though, that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. I love its little wing flutter thing it does. We'll see it here. Watch. It is something about that I love. So you want to use a potion at around 100 health, because even though that's only like half in a potion heals 150, because their damage fluctuates and they can actually take your health down really, really, really quickly. So even though I'm in the back row, that does not lower magic damage done, but the Ice Giant Sea Lion likes to use its wing attack like that, and well, that can hurt. So anything you can do to reduce damage. Plus, I'm going out of my way to...
trance time!
Yep, it is trance time, but it's going to be wasted. But that's kind of a good segue. I'm going out of my way to steal every single item these two bosses have in this battle, for a couple of reasons that we'll see. But let's get this out of the way. This is the only battle I'm going to be going nuts with, trying to make sure I successfully steal stuff from bosses, because otherwise this playthrough is going to take forever. For frame of reference, this fight I think is 16 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just, we enter trance 3 times too, by the way.
Ooh, a soul silk shirt. Those are expensive.
Those are nice. Silk shirts are very nice. I mean, they're fancy. You do take more... Ow. Cutting it a little too close there.
Uh-oh, 36 HP.
You do take more damage from fire spells, though, so I don't recommend equipping the silk shirt here. Because, the Black Waltz casts fire and ice, so... Yeah. But we successfully stole everything, I believe, from the Black Waltz, though I don't think I know that yet. Each boss here only has 2 things to steal, for a total of 4 items. After you steal from the Black Waltz, you want to take it out, because it is the weaker of the 2. And so...
That's kind of what I was thinking. I think that I struggled and tried to do it the other way and realized, nope, not working.
Yeah. The ice giant sea lion is stronger than the black waltz, so you do want to take out the black waltz first.
Where was this playthrough when you tried to make me play this, Gene?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to spoil things. Plus, you didn't ask. All you had to do was say, hey, Gene, I'm getting beat up by a sea lion. What do I do?
You probably would have said, have you tried giving it a bone?
I probably would have said that first, but...
Exactly what you would have told me.
that does sound like me. But after the black waltz finally dies, it's going to take a few hits because I'm in the back row. It probably would be dead by now if I was in the front, but, well, I like being in the back. I'm sorry. But as soon as the black waltz dies, we're going to go back to stealing from the ice giant sea lion. Now, the reason I didn't use detect in this battle to show what they have to steal to you guys, because I'm going to be trying to make a point to do that in every boss battle since I'm not going out of my way to steal everything. The reason I didn't do that for this battle, though, is one, because there's two of them, and two, because I'm going to steal everything anyway. You're going to see what they have. And three, it's just going to make it take that much longer to get through this, because... Seriously, going out of your way to steal every single piece of equipment from every boss really prolongs the game. I've had it take 3 hours before in one fight to steal everything from a boss.
Ooh. How do you know when you've stolen everything?
So, when you've stolen everything, if you try to steal again, it will say it doesn't have anything. That is your cue that you have successfully stolen everything that the enemy has to offer. Oh, but the black waltz is dead. That, or if...
Sea lion, avenge me, my dear.
but Vivi's our friend.
Sorry, Vivi, you just killed your baby, your uncle, whoever he was.
Plus Vivi's never even seen that guy before.
We don't know that.
I guess that's true. We don't know that, do we?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, an ether. I love those. Now, if I'm going to recommend that you steal anything from this battle, or rather make sure that you successfully steal anything from it, it would be the weapon that you can steal from the ice giant sea lion, because it is one of the most important weapons for Zidane. You can buy it later.
You said that about the mage masher.
Huh?
You said that about the mage masher.
And it's true. The mage masher is also one of the most important because it has two of his best abilities tied to it. And likewise, the weapon we're going to steal from the ice giant sea lion has one of the very best and most important passive abilities for Zidane on it. And so you do want to make sure you get it, because odds are you're going to have more AP than I've gotten at this point. And even if you don't, we're going to see something in this part that'll help top you off to where you can go ahead and equip the mithril dagger. You can buy the weapon later, but, well, I want to get it now so I can start working on it a little sooner, because it does take a long time to learn the ability tied to it, because it's such a good one.
Come on, Zidane, steal it.
Yeah, though, you guys are getting a little bit of a taste. Imagine this only, I don't know, times 300. It's insane how long it can take to successfully steal some of this stuff.
That's crazy.
And so, it's just not worth it. And since this is a playthrough and we have people watching us and I'm not doing it, just doing this on my own time, yeah, I don't want to make you guys sit here and watch this constantly for every single boss fight, so I figured this is going to be the only fight that I do this in. Ah, there we go, though. I got the mithril dagger. Now we can actually, I guess, fight the thing. Alright, so talking about the Ice Giant Sea Lion, you've noticed so far, all he's doing is casting Blizzard and hitting us with his wing. Those aren't the only things he can do, but he doesn't start doing other things until his health reaches about half.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in this game, actually. But this is a kind of a unique fight in that this is one of the only bosses in the game that you can actually tell when it's at, like, half health and below. But we'll see that in a bit here. For now, stay in the back row, and again, you want to be using potions at about 100 health. And yeah, just attack. If you have trance at this point, use Tidal Flame. Or free, actually free energy is probably better because they're not elemental attacks. So
Come on, Zidane. Stab. I remember thinking this fight was really annoying because of all the potions you had to use.
yes, because you have to use a ton of potions because, well, it's your only means of healing. At half health,
Mario.
the Ice Giant Sea Lion will use Blizzara, the tier 2 ice magic spell, and that really hurt if you didn't notice. It did 73 damage. So that's why you want to make sure you're at around 100 health, because he'd also followed up almost immediately by hitting us with a wing attack.
I almost feel like this potion thing is a game flaw. Because what is the point in getting to attack once, taking too much damage, having to use a potion? You only getting to like attack maybe every other turn.
Well, you see, it's because when they design the game, they design it with the entire party in mind. But this is one of the few fights where Zidane is by himself. And so, yeah, it does kind of bite the gameplay in the ass.
Oh, I think we're down to 25%. He's turned red and
He used Tsunami, which does more damage than the tier 2 ice magic spell, but it also hits him for some reason, but he's immune. I don't know why they made it be like that, but yeah, it does hit himself with it.
Maybe it would have hit the Black Waltz guy if he'd still been around.
You know what? You might be right. That's actually probably exactly why they had it like that. It probably would have done a ton of damage to the Black Waltz. I didn't think of that.
Because if I recall, see, I didn't kill the Black Waltz guy first. I killed the Sea Lion first.
I did not think of that. That is probably the exact reason. That's good.
Yeah, I solved the puzzle.
That's good, Lacy. Teaching me new things about the game that I've been playing for almost 20 years.
That I refuse to play anymore.
Yeah, Lacy doesn't want to play it anymore, which is why she's doing this playthrough with me, because she's got to see the whole game.
He's trying to change my mind, guys. Not that I'm turning anyone else against the game. I had my own issues with it, and most of it is just because my play style for video games is very different.
Well,
and if I don't play a game all the way through the first playthrough, I usually don't go back to it because I forgot where I am.
well, I'll admit, I kind of have that problem too if I stop playing a game. It's very hard to go back because I don't remember what I was doing. And I find that I just
and then if you
start over.
it's like, oh, I do remember parts of this, and then you have to do the menial startup crap.
Yeah, exactly. And, yeah.
We killed the Sea Lion and didn't get a level out of it.
We killed the Sea Lion, got a high potion, and a Phoenix down. That high potion does not nearly replace the number of potions I had to use in that fight.
Right? We want a level. We want level.
We want a level,
whatever.
but we don't get EXP from bosses, Lacy.
Oh, that's right.
Huh, those guys looked familiar.
Ooh, there's a mysterious figure.
They looked a little familiar, but, hey, everybody's thought out. So, I didn't make...
But now Vivi can get up.
I'm sorry, what?
I said now Vivi and Steiner can get up.
Yeah, really. Could have really used their help earlier. Although, I would have settled for Garnet to use Cure, but... I don't understand why Zidane doesn't mention the Black Waltz.
I think he doesn't want to worry the princess.
I
He probably
guess.
doesn't recognize what they are yet.
I guess, but it's still... Is it really news that people are going to be looking for her? I mean, she knows that everybody, and that the queen and everybody knows that she left. I would think it's just common sense that they're going to send people to find her. Although, I guess that's true. We don't really know that the Black Waltz is from Alexandria, do we?
Yeah, way to give a plot hole.
Oh, I'm just saying, I don't think it's so strange that there's going to be, you know, it doesn't have to be the Black Waltz, that there's going to be soldiers or something going after them. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil it. I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you a bunch of spoilers about the new Final Fantasy 14 expansion.
Don't you dare.
Spoil it for you.
Don't you dare. By the way, Shadowblood's out. Or, Shadowblood.
Shadowbringers.
Shadowblood. Yeah, no. Shadowbringers is out now, and that's part of why we've not recording as much as we were previously, but that's okay. You guys won't know that. But we made it through the mist, and the sun feels great.
Woo.
Okay, then.
I don't know how he knows that's a village. To me, that looks like a bunch of plants.
You can see some buildings, kinda. Maybe. They look like tents
It
to
looks
me.
like plants.
Huh?
Plants.
Plants. She needs a new identity because, well, the logic makes sense, but if people know what she looks like, I don't think that's going to help.
Right. Well, she's been stuck in that castle most of her life, so.
Nah, that's true. Vivi's like, come on, I'm tired of it. Shut up before I set you on fire.
Seriously. Set Starter on fire!
Alright, so, well, here we get to learn a little about weapons, Lacy. That's a dagger. All knives of that length are called daggers. That's a lie. But short swords are a bit longer. The big sword you hold with two hands is called a broadsword, and yeah, she doesn't care. Alright, so this is the point where we get to name Garnet. Here's the thing. We're going to be giving her an alias. Her name is actually still Garnet, but the default name for her alias is Dagger. This is really stupid.
Which is so stupid.
It is really stupid.
It's like calling someone blank.
Yeah, this is right up there, too. Because I hate that, her new alias is going to be Garnet. It's perfect. No one will suspect a thing, and they don't. I hate the name Dagger. That is so stupid. And she will be called Garnet from now on. It's perfect, right?
Yeah.
So, anybody who likes the name Dagger, I'm sorry. I can't stand it. It's stupid. We're going to go with Garnet for the playthrough.
Yep.
What would Vivi say, though? Because she needs to change the way she talks, I guess.
She sounds too high class.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, think about it. You know, when you see, like, royal people or, like, super fancy people, they talk differently.
Don't they usually have English accents, or am I crazy?
Some do. Some do. But not all fancy people are English.
I guess that's
what
true.
We may think.
Anyway, here we are at the top. We're no longer in the mist. We're up in the mountains. And there I used the Moogle Flute, Lacy. That's how you save on the world map.
Moogle Flute! See, I wish that I had known about that stupid thing.
Before we move on to the village like the game wants, we're going to go over to this gate and get into a fight. This fight is actually a really important one, and it is a new enemy.
I still can't make my way heads or tails in that overworld.
Now, it's a good thing that I don't have a problem with it, but we'll talk about the overworld later when it's much more relevant, because we don't spend that much time in the overworld.
The heck is this thing?
Here we have spiders. Oh, now Zidane gets in trance. We don't get to utilize trance in this fight either.
Of course we don't.
Alright, so these enemies have something really important that we can steal that we're going to be needing here in a little bit, called ore. We need an ore. Just one. I only need the one.
What do you need it for?
What?
What do I need it for?
Well, we'll see. We will see. Not to spoil too much, but you could just kill them and they can drop ore. But, well, because I don't want to overlevel, even though I'm only level, like, 4, I think.
Yep.
I go out of my way to try and steal from them. Because, well, you can. You can steal ore. I don't know why you can steal ore from spiders, but you can.
They're carrying it around in those things on their face.
Well, they gotta shoot their web on someone, Lacy. Oh, you can also steal tents from them. I forgot about that. So, if you need to farm tents, you can steal them from the spiders. But these spiders, what they can do for battle, they can smack you with their antennas, they can cast very weak versions of fire, they're not very strong. Or they can, well, spew their web onto you and inflict you with slow. Slow does not wear off until the end of the battle. So once a character is slowed, they're going to keep moving slow. It's very frustrating for us Sonic the Hedgehog fans, because you got to go fast. If I didn't really need that ore now, then I wouldn't go out of my way to try and make sure I get it. But we do...
You could at least kill one of them.
Huh? I'm sorry, what?
So we could at least kill one of them.
We could at least kill one of them, and I forget if I do that. I think I might. Yeah, see, I think this is the point where I'm like, yeah, we probably need to just kill one of them.
Kill it!
Lacy, you're acting like it's something you hate.
They're creepy spider bugs. What's there to love?
I'm not saying you gotta love them, but do you have to hate them? Anyway, there we go. We got the ore. Ore. So, you never want to... You do not want to waste ore. Ore is really important for quite a lot of reasons. One of which we'll see, as I've already said, we really need it now. Well, I really want it now. Need is a little too strong of a word, but... Anywho, with that, we are done forcing the stealing. Don't worry, guys. We're not going to be going nuts over stealing anymore.
Steal, steal, steal.
We are still going to be stealing, don't get me wrong, because it's really important that you do, but we're not going to be really anal about it. Anyway, let's go to this gate. And, hey, I want to talk. So this is the south gate that connects Lindblum to Alexandria. Lindblum being the place we're trying to get to. If we could go on foot, we could just walk there from here. But, we gotta have a gate pass. Which, well, we don't have. Sorry, guys. Let's take a break. Lacy, do you think we can wait?
Break time. What?
So, that's really it. All there is to this place. If you say I want to take a break, the guy just tells you to wait there. I thought it was going to heal me, but it didn't. Not that it matters. I don't really need the healing, but... Alright, so at this point, you want to make sure you have anything equipped that has abilities that you want to learn. And I run around here for about 5 minutes. I'm running away from every battle I get into until I find this special squirrel.
Oh, he's so cute!
I told you we were going to see a cute squirrel. He wants some ore.
Aw, give him the ore.
And
Give the baby the ore.
And that is exactly what you want to do. That is why we needed the ore now, because we can only find this guy around this area. He tells us to tell Mr. Ghost hi. We're not going to be seeing Mr. Ghost for a very long time, though.
What? I don't know anything about a Mr. Ghost.
But from that fight, by the fight, using that term loosely, we get 10 AP. So, yes, that is a very, very nice thing. Very nice boost to AP. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite, it was not quite enough for what I was wanting. I was really hoping that it was gonna top off the Mage Masher.
It's okay.
But, that's alright. We learned a lot of abilities. We can swap out some equipment, although Steiner didn't learn nearly enough. At this point in the playthrough...
Steiner's a useless shit!
Okay, so at this point in the playthrough, I was planning on Steiner being a really long-term party member, but Lacy insisted no. So, yeah.
The only reason we would keep Steiner is so that I can continue to insult him.
Anyway, let us enter this village. Gee whiz, a windmill.
Windmill.
Vivi loves
How does a Dane know where the inn is, huh? How's he know?
Huh?
So how does the Dane know where the inn is, huh?
I don't know. He's been here before. Well, also, I don't know if Lacy's aware of this. Windmills are typically used to grind up grain.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. It's funny because not a lot of people know that these days. I live in Cornhell, and there's farmers everywhere. That's how I know.
I live in Texas. There's also farmers everywhere.
There's everything everywhere in Texas. That doesn't count.
Texas has it all except for lots of earthquakes.
Well, you know, it's also the second largest state.
We don't talk about Alaska.
Anywho, we're now in the village of Dolly.
With a really weird innkeeper.
He's just lazy. I mean, come on. Their village is on the top of a cliff. How many people come here?
I wasn't looking at the young lady. I was just...
Yeah.
What you looking at, bro, huh? You want my baby Vivi, don't you?
Well... Nah, I'm sure he was just checking out Princess Garnet. Well, you know, because... I'm not gonna lie.
I must not share the same room as you. I'm too attracted.
I don't think that's why, but...
Oh, look at Steiner. Steiner is so mad.
Treasure! I see treasure.
I see treasure box.
Tell me one thing before we go to sleep.
What's your bra size?
Lacy!
That's something he would ask.
That is something he would ask, but goodness, come on. You're painting him out to be so much more of a creeper than he actually is.
We're gonna see later. He's a creeper.
A little bit. He also urinates in public, but...
What? I don't recall this.
That's because you haven't seen it yet. But there is a reason Garnet needs to leave the kingdom. She just can't tell us why. But, you know, we're supposed to trust her.
Yeah, pretty girl tells you she needs your help, but she can't tell you why. Absolutely travel countryside with her trying to... Seriously? She just told you she left. Quit calling him a thief.
Well, we did, to be fair, we did steal from Steiner.
We did, and from, like, old ladies.
We've stolen from everybody.
I'm not denying we're a thief. I'm just saying, don't blame everything on Zidane.
Yeah.
Garnet's the one who wanted to leave.
Yeah, that actually brings up a good point. They start blaming him for what happened in the evil forest, though I don't really understand why.
Yeah, I don't know why either. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It's not Zidane's fault. Zidane saved the princess. It's not like he blew up the theater ship or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Quick! Phoebe is sleeping, Steiner. Shut your trap.
Yeah, Vivi's like, I've had enough, guys. I'm going to bed. And on that note, folks, we will see you in part 8. See you guys then.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.